For us.
My name is Kevin Sonnie. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm a business major at Edinburgh University.
Talk about what happened that forced you to give up football.
Pretty much what happened was I suffered too many concussions. That was the ultimate ending to my career. Was I suffered the one last year against Slippery Rock. That was my 6th one, and then this past fall camp I suffered my 7th concussion, which made me time to believe that it was time to call it quits for playing the sport of football.
Your 7 concussions, when did you suffer the first one?
I suffered the first one my junior year of high school in practice. Pretty much just took a helmet to helmet and kind of went dizzy and fell over.
What went into the decision after that Slippery Rock one, as you said you played in the spring, and that to come back and play again?
Best way to describe is I didn't want to end my career due to an injury. I know it sounds wrong. I know it happens to many people, but I wanted to go out on my own terms. I didn't want to be forced off the field due to that, and I gave it a shot. I sat down with my parents, I sat down with my coaches, and I decided to give it another shot and see if maybe I could make this happen, make it through my final season of football.
You've been several weeks removed from your last concussion. Do you still suffer any symptoms, or are you symptom-free now?
I'm actually symptom-free now, and it's been a blessing to be symptom-free for this long.
You're serving now as a student assistant coach. What are your responsibilities?
My responsibilities are I work almost directly underneath Coach Miller, as I work with the wide receivers. I do very little with the quarterbacks, as I was a wide receiver, so I like working with the wide receivers. But I also work with him in breaking down film, game planning, and also helping run the scout team defense for the upcoming opponents that we have.
Aside from the concussions, what will be your most memorable moment as an Edinburgh football player?
Honestly, playing at Walsh in the Hall of Fame field last year, it was my first time playing back in the state of Ohio since I was a senior in high school. So it was also the first time my entire family was able to come to a game and watch me play. So that was probably my most memorable game, as I actually had 7 catches and 2 touchdowns in that game.
Coaching something that you want to continue in the future?
Absolutely. I'm actually looking to become a graduate assistant coach after the season, as I will graduate in December, and I'm hoping to become a graduate assistant coach at a D1 school and move on towards some bigger and better things, maybe even a head coaching job someday at a big-time college school.
What would you tell young football players and their parents in regards to playing football?
I mean, I know most of you guys, it's the sport that you love, but the sport that you love is only going to be with you for so long as being an athlete, where you can do so many other things, where when it comes to your health, you guys have to make the proper decision. You guys have to know what's best, not only just for your family, for your team, but also for you. I mean, yeah, playing in 11 games is great, but you know what? 11 years from now, knowing your name is even better. So be proper when it comes to the concussions that you suffer.